Space, the final frontier. Or was it made by Frontier? Well, it was in Elite Dangerous. So as you may have guessed by now, today I'm reviewing the game Elite Dangerous. Now this game is a flight slash space sim with a lot of activities to do, and it's aimed at a very niche market. And it might like it targets quite a big chunk of audience, but its gameplay features are quite specific. So the map, obviously every open world game has a map, and this map, well, let me just tell you, it's very, very, very big. It is literally the size of our galaxy, with 100 billion star systems, all of which you can visit. And the only reason that this doesn't feel like the biggest map is because of the speed you travel at. But in reality, this is the biggest map probably in all of gaming. Now, all of this obviously isn't inhabited, all of this isn't player filled, and there is an inhabited bubble, people like to call it, of about 150 light years radius surrounding Sol, which is our central star, the Sun. The official name of it anyway, and that's what I believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Everything outside of that will have very little to no commanders, which are the names given to players and AI also. You might also think that 150 light years is a massive space, and you'd be right somewhat, as most ships with an average jump range would take about 8 jumps to cross from one end to the other, which is not that much at all. And the density of this region of space, the star's density, is about 0.004 per cubic light year, which makes the bubble have about 55,000 stars on estimate due to those results. Although those are stars, not systems, and many systems have 2 or more stars, and it actually is more uncommon for stars to be singular in a system like our own. And obviously, again, not all of the ones in the bubble are populated or have stations or anything, but they're just in the bubble and happen to be surrounded by other ones that are populated. So let's get on to the gameplay of this game, and it is very varied. You can be a space pirate, a miner, explorer, bounty hunter, ship liner, pilot, trader, and more. And there are many forms to those that I've just listed as well. So the first role or job we'll speak about is mining. So mining, might think will be the most boring of them all. You might just think it's shooting lasers at a rock, but it can be quite fun. And it can lead to many millions of credits, and it is probably one of the most, if not the most, for highest output of credits per time. So obviously there is something called deep core mining. Basically, you go up to an asteroid, you check for the core, you break that asteroid open, and it will give you stuff like void opals or low temperature diamonds, which can go for upwards of 1 million per unit sometimes, and it does lead to quite a lot of money. But with this job does come as a risk, as space pirates, especially AI ones, will hang around rings where they know people will be going into and grabbing stuff, and then they will try and interdict you as you're going to the nearest station or the station where you're going to sell these materials. And also there can be space pirates in the rings as well, so that's something you got to watch out for. So it's a very high risk for a high reward as well, so you got to be quite good at flying. So, going to the complete opposite direction, Space Pirate, and this is the role that may sound the most fun to you, but it does take a lot of time and determination and careful planning. You may not come across anything at all for quite a good while, and when being a pirate you're going to be wanted in certain systems, and it's going to be that whole palaver. So you've got to be good at fighting but also have quite good patience. And the life of crime can lead to many riches. It can be sort of very rewarding, but you've got to have those traits to be able to do this. Now, being an explorer, this may sound like one of the most scary parts of the game. You're going thousands of light years away from civilization. You're going to explore black holes, neutron stars, white dwarfs, massive stars like Betelgeuse, and no commanders in sight whatsoever. But this is also a very good way of making money. There is other tools such as Road to Riches, where it will plan out a massive jump chain for you to take to scan planets in that jump chain and earn millions of credits, and can be a very good start to the game. So apart from stars trying to eat you, another scary part is if you run out of fuel or die deep in the black. And fuel isn't so bad if you have a fuel scoop, but then you lose all of the data you've gathered, which is what you'll be selling to stations. And if you do run out of fuel, there is a great community called the Fuel Rats which can help you, and I'll be talking about more of that kind of stuff in a bit. All in all, exploring is scary and dangerous, but everyone gets the itch to travel further and further until an average distance for you is the distance of the bubble. So, onto the ship liner pilot, and this is another job that might seem a bit to you, but it does have quite a bit of enjoyments and credits in it, and also does tie in with exploring. Basically, in this role, you are a bus driver in space. You take passengers from point A to B, or A to B back to A, or C to D, etc. And it can be good as well, because if you go into systems you have not discovered before, even if you just fire a simple system scan, you can get a few thousand credits off it. And if it has Earth-likes or water worlds in it, you go and scan those, easy make a few 100,000 just from that one system. Now, you do also get wanted passengers, which may pay more, but you have to avoid scans, or you can get massive trips, which pays multiple millions to do. Not the best paying job per time, but still a good one to do, and if you find the right system route, you can easily earn millions per hour. Now let's get on to the final category, shall we say, of jobs in the galaxy. Trading. It has many different sides to it. You can be a simple trader accepting missions to collect minerals from somewhere and bring it back, or deliver some data from point A to B, or you can trade slaves. Yeah, there's a black market to this, of course there is. Basically, some things are illegal in some systems and some are not. So you can buy some whiskey in a place where it's not illegal and then take it to a place where it is, and you can sell it for a higher price. What you can also do is establish a trade route where you go without missions. You just go to a certain system, you buy materials, you take it to another system, you sell those materials and buy more materials there that the other system wants. You take it back and you do that, and it can lead to quite a big amount of profit, especially if you have quite a big cargo capacity on your ship. So obviously there are all of the roles in the galaxy, and some make more than others, but on average you could get a couple million credits per hour, and with the top ranking most expensive ship being 224 million credits, you'd need to do that for about 75 hours. But obviously you're going to try new things, make more money, switch methods, etc. in that time, so it won't take nearly that long. As an example, I made 24 million credits from 20 void opals the other day after 45 minutes of mining, so that's 10% of what I would need in under an hour. Now, not everyone is about the money grind. Some are about power play. Power play is where you go for your power, meaning you do missions, trading, everything else for your allegiance to power, and there are many in the game, so these sort of act like today's countries. And there are many in the game. So from big man Zachary Hudson, who holds almost all the systems around Seoul in a permit-locked state, has a strong presence there, to the younger ones like Aisling the Vow with rising empires. Players like to chase ranks, whether it be in trading, combat or exploration. Unlocking certain ranks means you earn more money when doing that thing, and can come with some other benefits. Reaching elite in any rank will get you into the Shinra to Desra system, where everything is sold at a 20% discount from the rest of the galaxy, and it has literally every ship, every module, anything you could ever want there. And the community. Last off, the community is absolutely amazing, and it is by far the best and most supportive community I've ever seen anywhere, with forums, Discord servers, and everything else active, and someone's always looking for a wing in Discord servers and forums. And the applications or websites people make online, such as Coriolis.io, which will help you design your ships and get it to what you want it to do without actually having to go to a station and just wing it. And then there's EDDB.io, which is just a massive database on everything elite. You want to know where is the closest and most high priced for void opals. You go there, you search in commodities, right, I'm in this system, I want to sell, and then it will just give you a list of systems near you that are selling for high prices, and it's amazing. And there's smaller ones like Road to Riches, which I mentioned earlier, and that really does help you get a start in the game. And obviously there's groups like the Fuel Rats, which if you ever run out of fuel for any reason, or you're low on fuel, you can call them. They will come to any system. There's once been, I think it was like a 12-day journey where they went from the bubble all the way to the other side of the galaxy just to help one guy. So that just really puts in perspective how great this community is. There we go, that was my review of Elite Dangerous. It's been quite a while in the making, I've only just gotten around to doing it, but I really hope that this did Elite Dangerous justice. And if you haven't got it and you like space and you like exploring and you like flying, just go and get it. It's a great game and I'm sure you will not regret it. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. My name is Cal, and I'll see you out there in the black.